Greetings and welcome. It's John Reynolds here and my colleague Peter Lawler,
Hello.
Expert Pensions Consulting. Peter, a bit of a conversation about consumer duty and your thoughts on the recent, what we're going to call chief exec letter sent out by the FCA to firms to encourage them to take consumer duty and value for money, demonstrating value for money, reiterating the tenets of consumer duty, asking them to take it seriously, and asking them to look at it quite carefully because the FCA would be asking some questions. What's your thoughts?
Well, I think the FCA have been very, very busy recently, haven't they? Because, and you can see the direction of travel.
Yep.
They are, and quite rightly so, they are at the forefront of their minds is the protection of the consumer and the ability to evidence, I suspect, to the House of Commons, to Parliament, that they are, as a regulator, doing their job. And there's a number of issues that have come out in the last couple of weeks.
And absolutely, and you made a point there that just triggered off in my they want to protect the consumer. They're doing their best to demonstrate that they're providing protection for the consumer and value for money. Every consumer, Pierre.
That's right.
The vulnerable consumers. How do you classify vulnerability? Have you got a vulnerability? Are people within your firm comfortable with assessing vulnerability? That's just the start of it.
Correct. And the other point about that, people may have forgotten, they thought that Consumer Duty came out earlier on this year and that was the end of it. Actually, it isn't. This is an ongoing, evolving thing that must be part of the DNA of the firm. It must be part of the attitude, must be part of the culture within the firm that, it started off years ago by treating customers fairly. This has gone on to another level now.
This is nothing to do, and you just took the words out of my mouth there again, because in my head I was saying, I think, did somebody, I don't know who it was, somebody said to me, consumer duty is TCF, treating customers fairly, on steroids. As far as I'm concerned, it's on a different planet from treating customers fairly. And even I remember going back 10 or 15 years ago, maybe even longer, treating customers fairly and doing a tick box, multiple choice question on it. That is light years, Peter. I'm going to put on record again that I am absolutely delighted. I'm loving the fact that the FCA is all over this, because demonstrating value and demonstrating that your customers understand what's going on, love it, Peter.
But it's key though, and I know you've summed it up before, and you've told me before. Consumer duty can be summed up in a little sentence: treat people as in the way that you would like to be treated yourself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, the FCA said that themselves. IFAs investing the money that they own, that they have, in the same way that they're investing their clients' money.
And
the FCA is asking that question.
And following the DCO letter, the CP 23/24 came out. It mentions in there as well consumer duty, and it expects that the FCA's, as far as the FCA is concerned, it expects that firms should be complying with the consumer duty on an ongoing basis in ensuring that they have in place a framework whereby they can evidence that they are providing the client with value for money and that the client understands what they're paying for.
Yes. And I know we've said this before, but this is a subject we'll be coming back to, Peter. That's for sure.
I think we will, John.
But I'm going to put on record and I'm going to reiterate that, yes, although it sounded quite tasty from the FCA to these chief execs of these firms that, they are expecting firms to take consumer duty seriously, providing value for money, demonstrating value for money, looking after clients, ensuring clients' understanding of their proposition. They're going to be coming back to this on a regular basis.
And I think, for the people who are looking at this, if there's any assistance they want, if any help they want from an overarching point of view, a fresh pair of eyes on it, please get in touch.
No, absolutely. And the phrase I'm going to use, I'm going to although I'm passionate about a few things going into 2024, Peter, I am passionate about us helping firms, consulting into their business. That's what we do, Peter. We are consulting into their business to make their business stronger in the face of these requirements from their customers and from the FCA.
That's right.
See you on the next video.